Hey everybody, I'm Kirk and I am super excited to bring to you today my design for what I believe may be the very first micro farm powered by villagers. This thing is super small, measures 3 by 4 and about 5 blocks high, and churns out crops like nobody's business. So let's take a look at this thing. So right here we have our villager friend. Hello. And he's going to go ahead and do all the work for us, as villagers are supposed to do. Yes. And so basically, this guy is going to sit in here surrounded by his little cage, and he's going to do a bunch of work. So essentially, this thing is based on this observer right here reading what he does with the crops. Every time he picks and replants a crop, sends a signal around to our dispenser here, which is filled with bone meal, fed from this chest via this hopper, and will regrow the crops. I'm going to go ahead and quickly reset the time here to 2000. Our workday for villagers runs from 2,000 to 9,000 ticks, and any moment now, yeah, you can see he's going to start picking up carrots, planting new carrots. As soon as he does, the machine grows the carrot, and as soon as he sees that, he's like, oh my god, I want more carrots, and he's going to go ahead and pick and replant again. However, our machine is sneaky, will steal most of those carrots and drop them in the chest here for us. How many carrots, you ask? How many carrots? Well, I find that on average, I get about 3 stacks per Minecraft day. This is pretty good. Not as fast as your classic nano farm, but far faster than your classic villager farm. Now, depending on your sleep schedule, the output can change considerably. If you never sleep, that 3 stacks an hour, that 3 stacks per Minecraft day works out to about 9 stacks an hour. But if you sleep as soon as you can every day, that works out to about 14 stacks an hour, which is considerable, especially considering the fact that you can walk around and do other things while this is going. Another added benefit to this farm is because it's redstone powered instead of relying on the crops to grow themselves, this will continue to run all the time if you put it in your spawn chunks as long as you leave it full. So that 19 by 19 square chunks around spawn, if this thing is loaded, it'll just keep going. This thing is a workhorse. Hello, sir. So, how do we build this thing? So many of you watching it may be fairly obvious. I've replaced some of the grass blocks here with green glass so you can see what's going on. But let's go ahead and head down here and build one so you can see it step by step. In this shulker, I have our materials required. You're going to need 1 dispenser, not a dropper. You're going to need an observer, a grass block or a dirt block, doesn't really matter which. You're going to need some kind of light source, so you can either use glowstone or that blue one, I don't know, whatever. You're going to need a slab, maybe. The slab is optional. I like to use it. You'll see why in a second. You definitely need a composter, a bucket of water, 2 hoppers, 3 pieces of redstone dust, 4 chests, and 5 trapdoors. Now, I like to use the acacia trapdoor because it looks like a cage, but you can use whatever you want. You're also going to need, obviously, a villager. The composter turns him into a farmer. For the sake of our tutorial today, I'm going to go ahead and use the egg. In your real world, you can just drop them in from the top. You'll need a hoe to till your soil and your choice of crops. Now, this thing works for carrots, potatoes, or wheat. Now, a quick note about your choice of crops. The rates that I gave you earlier work for carrots, and it's about the same for potatoes, although there is a very small percentage of your potatoes that come out poisonous. I don't count those. You end up with a little less than 9 stacks an hour that you'd get. Now, wheat is obviously a little bit different. You get about the same output because the majority of the items that come out of it when you do wheat are going to be seeds. You actually only get about 2.5 stacks an hour rather than 9. So it's definitely less output, but you don't have to stand there and do it. It'll just do it itself, and it'll do it faster than your classic villager farm. So still very good. Finally, and most importantly, you are going to need so much bone meal. So go get yourself a skelly farm or some kind of bone meal farm. You're going to want to keep this sucker loaded up. All right, I'm going to go ahead and drop all of these into my inventory. Well, not these, because I'm just going to do carrots today. And let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is dig a hole. You're going to go down 2 blocks and 3 wide. You're going to take your chest. We're going to go ahead and put a double chest right here at the bottom, and then we're going to take a dropper and shift click it to the side of that chest. Boom, done. Then you're going to go ahead and take whatever dirt or grass block, put it there, and you're going to put another one temporarily right there. We'll come back to that in a second. Now, dig a hole right there. That's where your water is going to go, and this is actually why I like to use the slab. So I'm going to go ahead and waterlog that slab, and our observer is going to go right here. I find with the slab it's just easier because now I can just, boom, do that. Put it down. We're going to go ahead and put our composter right here, and the temporary block right here is so that I can easily place my dispenser. That's going to go right there. As soon as that's down, you can go ahead and remove that temporary block. Next, we come around to the back. We take our redstone dust and we go boom, 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 all done. That's ready to go. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put my light source right there. And I'm going to go move that out of the way, take my hoe. We're going to till this soil, and now because we've got our water source in, that will remain farmland. Cool. All right, so then we're going to need to set up a way to get bone meal into our dispenser. I'm going to put a hopper right, nope, not there. I'm going to put a hopper right there, and then I'm going to go ahead and, oop, I need my chests again. We're going to put those. We're going to shift click on the hopper, shift click on the chest, and that's all good to go. Now, when your villager, when your farmer is in there doing his farming, there is a chance that some of your crops may end up sitting on this ledge here. That's obviously going to affect your productivity. So that can be solved fairly simply by just shift clicking on the side of the hopper and putting a trapdoor there. Go ahead and close that. We're also going to need one for the roof. If your villager hops while he's in there, and he's definitely going to be prone to doing that, he will smash the crops, destroy the farmland, and destroy your whole farm. So don't let him do that, okay? Just put a roof on it. Then we're going to go ahead and come over here, put that on the side, put that there, and then I like to put a temporary block and then put that down just so that it can open up like this. This also makes it really easy to trade with that farmer. So if you, for instance, use it to grow carrots and then you get a good carrot trade, put the farmer in here and then you can just come over here, pull the carrots out, do your trade. Cool. All right, so now this is where you put your villager in. We're going to go ahead and drop him in right here. Otherwise, you drop him in from the top and then you just retill the land because he will smash it when he falls down. I'm going to go ahead and grab some bone meal and load this sucker up. We'll get that loaded up. We don't need to fill the whole thing to start, but, you know, keep it as full as you can, really. And then we're going to go ahead and put one carrot. You can usually get this thing started with just a single carrot. So again, early game, this is really useful. It's instantly going to be grown up. And then as soon as we set this to 2000 or whenever the workday starts, he's going to go ahead and go to town. There we go. Now, for the first couple of work days, he's going to be filling his own inventory. So your yield over here is going to be a little less. He'll put in some. Some of it will get picked up by the hopper before the farmer can grab it. But you will find that by the third or fourth Minecraft workday, his productivity will have gone up and then sort of leveled out to about, like I said, that 3 stacks per workday that you can expect. But right off the bat, he's going to be a little bit slower because, again, he's filling his inventory. So here we have a very simple little farm that is going to give you all the carrots you want. So if you like this video, if you think that you may use this in your own survival world, please give the video a like. If you'd like to see what's next, I have a lot of ideas I'd like to share, little things that I find I do a little differently than it seems like a lot of Minecraft players do, and I'd like to share those ideas. Give me a subscribe so that I know that you'd like to see them. And if you really love it, if you really love it, go tell your favorite Hermitcraft Minecrafter that they should build this in their farm. Send them a link and have them build this. I think if you've been watching Season 7, most of them seem to have a pretty good bone meal source, and I think they could benefit greatly from a farm like this. Please let them know. Anyway, until next time, I'm Kirk, and you're not.